Frida Kahlo is like Marilyn Monroe, where it's like she's transcended into this other category.
Yes, yeah.
She's Tweety Bird, she's Betty Boop. It's like its
Yeah.
own. You go to a Mexican restaurant, there's like a
She's
weird
George
fake
Floyd.
painting of her drinking a latte, and you're
Yeah.
like, great.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
Frida
yeah.
Kahlo.
Playing on her phone, yeah. Um, but
Anyway, Doreen St. Felix is a writer for the New Yorker.
yeah, here I'll pull it up. She has been a staff writer at the New Yorker since 2017 and is a regular contributor to the weekly column Critics Notebook. According to her New Yorker profile, she was previously an editor at large at Lenny Letter, a newsletter by actress Lena Dunham, and was a cultural writer at MTV News. Um, All humans are not the reason the earth is in peril, she wrote. White capitalism is. Despite her disdain for capitalism, St. Felix appears to benefit from its fruits. Her address is listed as a 1.3 million home in a gated Brooklyn community which faces a pretty marina. Anyway, she's currently under fire because people are digging up her
Chris Rufo.
old anti-white Twitter post. Yeah, of
Did
course.
Chris Rufo get this thing? Get
Yes,
this
yeah, he
thing?
got
Not
the
the.
memo. Yeah,
Hmm.
where she's saying things like whiteness must be abolished. Whiteness fills me with a lot of hate. I would be heartbroken if I had kids with a white man. Yeah, that's not true. Um, she would get like jump at the chance to get knocked up by a white
What do you
guy.
mean
Yeah,
heartbroken? Like,
and
come
when
on.
she finally does get married and have kids, it will be with a white man. I'm willing to place money on that.
You heard her. She's willing to put
There's,
money on it, folks.
I'll put,
I,
she's not marrying a black guy. No way in
what?
hell. And if she does marry a black guy, it's gonna be some like Adam Serwer mulatto
Well,
dude
that's
who's
what I'm saying.
half Jewish.
There are some, maybe like a Nigerian guy from like a
Yeah,
rich
whatever.
family or
She's gonna
something.
marry
I could see it
Damalar.
for
Um,
her.
Well, and all of this came to light because she like penned some essay about the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad
Right.
campaign where she refers to her as an Aryan princess, which obviously drew the
Hmm.
ire of like Chris Rufo and other right-wing activists.
But that's exactly what American Eagle is doing.
Yes.
Red Scare talks about this.
Yes. Yeah. And they're obviously not doing it in an ideologically invested way. They're doing it in
They
an
have the,
economically opportunistic way.
yeah.
Sure, blah, blah, blah. And then she's since deleted her socials. I hate white men. You are all the worst. Go nurse your fucking Oedipal complexes and leave the earth to the browns and the women.
Come on.
How's that going for you? Girl,
No
please.
way.
But yeah, I feel
Browns
like,
and women?
yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You want all the white
You
men
don't want
gone?
that.
You
Yeah,
don't
you
want
don't want that.
browns and women, only
Who's
brown
gonna
men
fix your
and
computer
women?
so you can pen your essays,
Well, the
bitch?
Indian guys.
Yeah, true.
BIPOC.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't need the white men.
Hmm.
We'll get the Indian guys to do the tech support, the
Hmm.
black guys to play basketball,
Hmm.
the Mexican guys to do the day laboring. What other? Oh, yeah, Arab guys. I don't really want them on the scene.
We'll get them to do the raping.
They're all doing the
They're
raping.
all doing the raping.
They're all
Yeah.
doing the raping. That's the
Everybody
deal.
but white men is doing the raping. Um, but the online conservatives obviously get super fired up over this sort of thing because it like reveals the underlying hypocrisy of the
Mm-hmm.
anti-racist movement, which claims to want like equity and empathy and justice for all, but is really like in practice just means racism for everyone but
Super
white people. Yeah.
racist. Yeah.
Yeah, who don't exist. They don't have a culture, and but yet they should be punished for all of their historic crimes against everybody else,
Mm-hmm.
such as like introducing them to electricity and education, good table manners, so on and so forth. And obviously they're pissed off because like white culture and white people are under threat of being replaced. Blah blah blah.
I mean, colonial. Okay, I'm willing to concede that colonialism was like a violent process,
Yes.
but just at what point the notion of like some kind of reversal or like reparations that were owed became common. Like that was just something people started to say.
Hmm.
Like I didn't feel like didn't used to be the case. Like you could talk about the violence of colonialism without this kind of like guilty like karmic debt atmosphere
Yeah,
that
yeah.
emerged after like social media, probably.
I mean, I'm
Because
sure
like
there were like
realistically, people
stirrings
be
of that in
doing
the 60s and
colonial
70s. Yeah.
studies, but
Yeah.
they were pretty benign.
I don't know. I think that they were probably pretty hateful and insidious, but just the means and like methods of transition were much slower because this is a pre-internet era. But certainly all the stuff that Rufo talks about in his book, like with
Right. His whole thing is it's all
academia,
downstream from
yeah.
academia. Right. I
Like I'm
forgot
not
about that.
entirely convinced by his thesis, but it's not entirely wrong either. Um, and like I can obviously sympathize with the outrage of people like him and his followers, and I think they have a point and so on and so forth, but I feel like it also bears repeating how mindless and reflexive all of this stuff is in like
Completely.
elite
Yeah.
libtard circles, because these people are just saying what's expected of them, and the only reason it looks so bad now is because what was fashionable a few years ago is out of fashion now.
Exactly. Like she's not actually being like if these were contemporary posts, they would be antisocial and like, everyone would plainly see kind of, but at the time, within the context of whatever feed she was existing in at that point,
Yeah.
everyone was saying stuff like that. I feel like everyone was
Yeah.
constantly like, she basically did nothing wrong.
Well, remember there was like, I mean, I'm actually like not disproving my point here, but I don't remember how long ago this was, but 5, 10 years ago, that guy George Cigarello Meyer, who was like a white academic, had that viral, heavily contested tweet that was like, "All I want for Christmas is white genocide," and he was
Hmm.
obviously joking, haha, teehee, but not. Um, and then like, secondly, every single one of their like protestations is like contains a secret wish. It's like Handmaid's Tale shit.
Right. If I
Uh,
had a baby, like why even
yeah,
if I had a baby with why even say that? Why are you
yeah.
even that's what you're thinking about that?
Like,
You're
think
thinking
of
about how
how
sad you would be if you had a
deranged and
white
psychotic that sounds. Like, if I had kids with a white man, I would drive us all into a lake.
just the
Like,
thought
what are you
process, the
talking
thought
about?
process of even like pondering a hypothetical in which you have children with a
Yeah,
white man and then
which means you've pondered it
which means
and
you are
possibly
pondering it
gooned to it.
and then quickly kind of
Ooh,
like creating psychological scaffolding about how that's something you don't want when you
yeah,
are fantasizing. It's like it's Freud 101. Like you're
yeah,
fantasizing
it's,
about something
yeah, yeah,
and then are convincing yourself that you hate it, and because you hate, you can't take responsibility for your own
mm,
desires. I've been saying
yeah.
this for years,
So
people.
true, and the whole system incentivizes you to not do so. And
Yeah.
what this really comes down to, of course, is that these people enjoy and benefit from the patronage and largesse of having a predominantly white audience in a primarily white cultural paradigm, and in fact could not exist without it, and they know it too. And I think that they probably experienced quite a bit of shame over this reality,
Hmm.
though they kind of willfully confuse the nature of it. Like, you wouldn't be amiss in attributing their like political and ideological attacks to like personal and professional jealousy. Like, she just sounds like envious. Uh, but like, it's like what we were talking about on like the Ta-Nehisi Coates episode.
Hmm.
It's not purely jealousy of white people as like online conservatives would like to think. It's also the shame of like being not black enough. That's what really sticks in their craw.
Right.
Like, because
Because, like, you know, more people who have a more authentic Black American experience, like, might have hostility towards whites, and a lot of them do,
yeah,
do in
yeah,
some form, but
yeah,
it's not like something they're like actively seething over.
yeah, because they out living their lives, going to cookouts,
Exactly.
shooting sideways, whatever. Um, but yeah, it's yeah, the big issue is not that they're not white enough, it's that they're not black enough. This goes for like Nicole Hannah-Jones, Ta-Nehisi Coates, Jamel Bowie, like virtually any black writer or pundit
Mm-hmm.
on like the NYT circuit. They know deep down inside that they're not accepted by their own kind
Mm-hmm.
because they're not poor enough, they're not hard enough, they're too educated, they're nerds.
Yeah, black nerds.
They're like not
Classic.
quick on the uptake, they're not quick with the clapbacks.
Not street smart.
Yeah. And also like in addition because they know that black people, like normal black people, don't really care about like going to museums or reading confessional prose no matter like how many sneakerhead exhibitions you put on at the Brooklyn
Mm-hmm.
Museum, like so that fills them with a lot of confusion and shame. And of course, like they all make like racial identity and racial dynamics their core brand because they know that they can't
Well,
do without it. They can't stand on their own.
there was just a period of time where that sort of thing was like, of course, you had to take the leverage you had, and that was major for them.
Yeah, but like
For black nerds.
yeah, but one would
BIPOC,
think
when BIPOC,
hmm
Black Indigenous Person of Color, where they had to come up with a separate category
hmm
because POC was applying to too many like Asians and Arabs.
yeah,
They were like trying to get in on the on
yeah.
the race hustle. So then they said no, BIPOC. It's
hmm
black people and indigenous people only.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this phenomenon isn't exclusive to like educated elite blacks. It's also like educated elite Asians, Muslims, you name it. Like anyone who's not a white person basically and has to do like the racial grift. But they know deep down inside that they're mediocre diversity hires
Sure.
who could not exist or stand on their own if not for this moment. It's like very obvious. And it must, I have a lot of sympathy for them too because it must fill their hearts with like dread and pain.
Yeah. I mean, my most charitable read on like seeing all those tweets in aggregate is like she probably had a bad experience with like a white guy and was like drunk.
Yeah,
And
but
I've
like, okay, so
certainly
what?
gone online and said whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just saying whatever. I'm not, yeah, personally I can't be one to get like too worked up about people's tweets because I've like been under the influence and like said stuff online
Yeah.
enough times or just been, under the influence of like hormones or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not that's what I'm saying. I'm not as incensed at Doreen St. Felix's tweets as like Chris Rufo is.
Hmm.
Because I
Yeah,
sort of get
it
it. And
doesn't hit
she's
it
also
doesn't hit for
suffering from
me.
false consciousness and has to make this about
Exactly.
white people oppressing black people when there's clearly some underlying, again, like personal or professional jealousy that's motivating these outbursts, or she's just trying to like fit in with her cohort.
Yeah, it's everyone's like at any, you're they're of the time. They're of an era
Hmm
when it was like okay, everyone kind of was saying stuff like that.
hmm Yeah, and I mean they still
Whatever.
do. It just like now, um, since like cancel culture or whatever has become an all-purpose phenomenon, and it's not just leftists doing the canceling anymore. People are just more openly up in arms about it,
Right.
and you're no longer a protected class if you like spew anti-white hatred or whatever.
What's Rufo's endgame? He's just drawing attention to he's waging his culture war.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good
That's
question.
because with his the stuff with the school districts that made sense that he wanted to like reform. He wanted educational reform.
Yeah, and
Like,
that
what does
was
he want to reform
probably
the New Yorker? Like the New Yorker
yeah,
is gonna be full of
reform social media. Yeah,
whatever. Like
yeah,
it's that's just what it is. I
yeah.
don't want like a based New Yorker.
Yes, totally. Yeah.
I let them libs do their thing.
Yeah, I
They're
want a
good. They're pretty good
fun,
at
lighthearted New Yorker that you can read as a parody.
it. Exactly.
um, yeah, that's a good question. I don't really know what he's on about these days. I
Yeah.
think yeah, like this stuff has to like yeah, he was his most effective when he was
He has a
getting
new
like,
book coming out, I guess, so
oh, I
he's
see, I
that
see.
makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Word.
Mm-hmm. So he's like Lana and Ethel,
He's
f-
manufacturing
like
some.
fighting with hood rats on Twitter. Just kidding. Doreen St. Felix is not a hood rat, which she's really upset about. She wishes she was. I'm trying to pull up her Holocaust tweet, but my service is bad.
What was her Holocaust tweet? Oh, she's
Uh,
Haitian American,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
but born in uh, Canarsie.
Yeah, she's
She went to Brown.
mm,
Good for her.
mm-hmm.
You know, if I could do it all again, I'd go to an Ivy League
That's
school.
her main defining feature. It's not that she's black, it's that she went to Brown.
Mm-hmm. Truly.
That's what
Uh,
pisses people off
I could have gone to
about
Brown.
themselves. Yeah,
I could have gone to Brown.
true. Yeah.
No, I could. I mean, I didn't.
No, I'm sure you could have.
If I, yeah, I had a different order of operations, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Let's
I'm
see.
so happy to have I know I still sound dumb, but I feel like when we did our last pod, I was still kind of like addled from the hospital. And
Mm-hmm.
then, like, a couple days after that, like, actually felt like my cognitive function return.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so grateful for it. Like, it rocks.
Yeah.
Just be able to think, and defend yourself and stuff is nice.
Mm-hmm. That's how I feel when I don't
Advocate.
drink for one day.
I
I'm
know.
like, ooh, I have so much clarity. I'm so lucid. My brain is firing on all cylinders. And then I'm like, I feel so good. I could just have a drink.
I know.
Google the Holocaust tweet because I don't have service, and
Okay.
I'm thinking that I should maybe jump on one of these weird Mexican Wi-Fi's, but I don't really want my identity stolen right now.
What
Domestico
the Holocaust,
planta.
she says, whiteness fills me with a lot of hate, and that the Holocaust is the worst thing to happen to Black people.
Mm.
I don't really understand what that means,
Oh,
I guess.
because
Because of Israel?
here, here it is. I think she's
Oh.
referring to this.
She described what
It's
she called, okay, the Holocaust gesture, writing that quote, it's tricknological when white people
yes.
invoke the Holocaust because it allows them to step out of their whiteness and slip on fake oppression.
Mm-hmm. I love how you scratch a black person and find an anti-Semite every single
Uh-huh.
time. It's so great.
She also wrote that the Holocaust birthed trauma studies and claimed it, quote, explains a lot about why we get so many things wrong about how trauma comes.
Well, also the funny thing about black anti-Semitism is that black people hate the Jews not because they're Jewish. They hate them because they're white.
Mm-hmm. And like extra smart,
Yeah.
even amongst the whites.
I had to, okay, here, I was asking because I just learned what tricknology is. Do you know
Yeah,
what
what it,
tricknology is?
no, no, what's tricknology?
It's a term particularly used within the Nation of Islam to describe the perceived manipulative tactics and deceptive strategies employed by white people to maintain power and oppress others, especially black people. It's associated with the idea that white people use trickery and a lack of empathy to usurp power and control. This concept is rooted in the Nation of
Wow.
Islam's teachings about the origins of white people, specifically the story of Yaqub. In this narrative, Yaqub, a scientist, created a grafted or devil race through selective breeding, which is characterized by trickery and a propensity for deception. This technology is then used to dominate and exploit others.
I'm sitting my white ass down and
That's
listening because
that's funny though.
this sounds a lot like a yeah.
Well, it sounds a lot like the tactics and strategies that like woke tards use to deceive and manipulate people. But it's like mad funny that all of these like black theorists and thinkers perceive like just being like a standard deviation more intelligent as using trickery and deception to
Trickery.
get ahead. They think it's like some kind of Jewish devil magic and not the fact that you're like literally just smarter and a better systems thinker and can iterate
I mean,
through the steps of a process and can see how certain actions have consequences.
we'll see what the Holocaust. What the Holocaust is, Anna, is a money-making machine that uses tricknology to print money for Jewish people.
So true, Dasha.
The money making machine run on Tricknology. Did you watch the clip of Eric Adams? I know it was kind of long-ish.
Nah, 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 nah.
It was a little long for what it was, but it was because someone asked him about how Mom Donnie wants to decriminalize sex work or whatever.
Yeah.
And Eric Adams is like, "What?" He said, "No one should be on the body selling on the street selling their body. I just don't believe in that." And then he goes, "I'm a Christian. I'm a God fearing man." And he says, "I
Yeah.
don't know where in his Quran it says that that's okay."
I also love when black people are Islamophobic.
Hmm.
That's cool too. Like I love when Azalea Banks does it.
She got an award for it.
Yeah, but I know.
She's one of the best to ever do it, turns out.
Ben Shapiro read her tweets on a
Hmm.
little teleprompter. So true. I mean, mom, Eric Adams. It's like funny and good, but it's like kind of low hanging fruit.
I mean, he got his ass. Because the thing is
Yeah.
that the thing where people get wrong with the Mamdani criticism, we've talked about this, is like acting like he's an Islamic fundamentalist when
Yes.
he's something far worse.
Yeah.
He's like a soulless guy that stands for nothing, and
Yeah.
he's not a Muslim at all.
He's like of the same ilk as Zelensky or Trudeau or any of these like theater kid politicians. Yeah, that I love when um like you kill two birds with one stone and own the leftoids but also the conservatards. Because
Yeah,
Eric Adams is also like the brilliance of that statement is that it does highlight the fact that Mamdani wears Islam like a skin suit. He's like a Muslim to Muslim
exactly.
transsexual who
Exactly.
like literally just like wears his faith.
He's not Muslim.
Yeah.
It's
And they
ridiculous.
want to like conservatards want to portray him as some sort of like religious extremist who's like hell bent on
No.
implementing Sharia and waging jihad.
That'd be better. He's a
Yeah,
communist. He
that
doesn't
would at
believe
least
in
be more
God.
based. Yeah,
He
yeah,
doesn't
and
think there's an Allah up there. He doesn't hold himself to any accountable. He doesn't
yeah,
have any a standard by which he measures himself or like
yeah,
establishes a like moral value in the world at all.
yeah.
But
Um,
whatever.
and he's only doing it to appeal to like the affluent white liberals who like make
Of
up
course, that's
his
why he's
base.
decriminalizing sex work. That's why
Yeah,
he's like, yeah, whatever. We can wrap it
yeah,
up. We've done an hour and a
yeah,
half. I think,
yeah.
it might be unlistenable.
Yep, Sharia law, but make it gay and retarded. Actually, it's already
I'll
probably pretty
call
gay
it
and retarded.
communism.
Make it even more gay and retarded.
Make it more like communism.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, like, would I take Sharia over communism? I don't know. That's a hard question.
Mm. Do they do female genital mutilation under Sharia law?
I don't think so. I think that's a regional thing, but I could be mistaken.
Because that seems like the worst thing that could happen to you as a woman.
Hmm.
And I didn't even know. I looked this up recently. Uh, I didn't even know. Because I thought it all was just like the clitoridectomy or whatever. I was like, oh, they
Hmm.
just cut your clit off, surely. But in
Hmm.
some places, they like fully remove your labia minora and then sew your pussy into like a little tiny hole.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck? Why would they do that? Like, that's horrible. That's actually horrible. Women definitely don't need to be subjected to anything like that. As much as I am not a fan of them, I think that's just awful. I'll
Yeah.
go on the
Yeah. Well,
record.
now you know how circumcised men feel.
I thought it was something like that. I thought it was so,
Yeah,
but
they just like shave the clit off. No, it's like the whole. Yeah.
no,
They're
like
they're
full Shria,
practicing.
like I already can't drive a car. I already don't like leaving a house without a male chaperone.
Yeah,
So Sharia is already basically preferable to me
true. Yeah.
versus communism, but I could make communism work for me. Maybe,
I could make communism
maybe,
work. Yeah,
maybe.
they're like practicing like a weird archaic form of transgender surgery, nullification surgery. They have much more in common than we'd like to.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
The female genital mutilation, Anna.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Someone should do something.
I think people are trying to. Like Eye on Her CLE.
It's like a UN. They have a lot of
Yeah.
like UN resolutions about it, but then
Yeah. Yeah, we can wrap it up.
I mean, if you're from a place that practices female genital mutilation, you definitely shouldn't be coming to America.
Yeah, Duff.
I mean,
Stay in
unless you're
your
a, I
own
guess, I mean,
country.
unless you're a woman who needs to escape the female genital
Right, yeah.
mutilation, but that doesn't seem like
Yeah.
that's the emphasis. Because it's already so bad if that's happening. How
Yeah.
could you escape? You're so disempowered. You can't even
Mm-hmm.
start a podcast.
No.
You can't make it out at all. Probably don't even teach you how to read and stuff. Ugh.
No, you're like arranged married to some 79-year-old man who's also your cousin. Yeah.
They
What
both
did
would
they like
suck.
fully automated luxury, whatever. Yeah.
Well, because you know it's not going to be that.
Yeah.
But we've lived through it ancestrally. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel like we would fare okay.
Mm-hmm.
We've
Yeah.
already got the poverty mindset. So
This is a pointless question. I'm retarded. Sharia leads to communism, and communism leads to Sharia.
yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Okay.